Good day everyone, I am Dato Jihad El Abbas, the second reporter of 4.4 Land Ownership of the Philippines under the Americans. The Americans saw landlessness as the root of social unrest in the Philippines. To fix this, they created policies to help more people own land and control how public lands were distributed. Landlessness was the main cause of social unrest among Filipinos because many poor farmers did not own the land they work on. They were forced to pay taxes on the land despite having no ownership rights. Additionally, tenancy was common, meaning farmers had to rent land from multi-landlords, leaving them trapped in poverty and constant struggle. I will discussing the land policies introduced during the American period. These policies were designed to regulate land ownership and provide opportunities for Filipinos to own land. The three main policies are the Philippine Bill of 1902, the Land Registration Act number of 496, and the Homestead Program. First, let us discuss the Philippine Bill of 1902. This law provided guidelines for the use and ownership of the public lands. Under this policy, private individuals were allowed to own up to 16 hectares of land, while corporations could own up to 1,024 hectares. Additionally, Americans were permitted to own agriculture lands, which gave them significant access to local resources. Next is the Land Registration Act, also known as the Act number 496. This law introduced the torrent system of land registration. Through this system, landowners were required to officially register their names to establish ownership. These policies aim to create a more organized and reliable system of the land ownership and reducing conflicts over land. Finally, there is the Homestead Program, which was implemented in 1903. This program allowed poor farmers known as tenants to acquire up to 16 hectares of farmland to start agricultural business. However, this program was primarily implemented in northern Luzon and Mindanao because these areas were difficult for Americans to colonize. These land policies were created to improve the management of land ownership in the Philippines. While they provided opportunities for Filipinos, some policies also served the interests of the American colonizers. The land reform, the Philippines failed because prior land were sold to Americans and Filipino businessmen instead of being distributed to poor farmers. Farmers who received land got no additional support, forcing many back into tenancy. Wealthy Filipino landowners often took lands from tenants unable to pay taxes or debts, increasing the number of tenants and sparking peasant uprisings like the Colorum Sakdal uprisings in Luzon. The Sakdal or Sakdalista uprising and the actions taken during the Commonwealth period to solve problems about land ownership and farming, the Sakdal Uprising. The Sakdal Uprising or Sakdalista was peasant rebellion that happened in Central Luzon. On May 2 and 3, 1935, it only lasted 2 days and was quickly stopped by the government. However, it showed a big problem with land ownership and unfair treatment of farmers. The word sakdal means to accuse in Filipino. It was also the name of a newspaper started by Beno Ramos. This newspaper inspired the creation of the Partido Sakdalista in 1933. The Partido Sakdalista was a political group that wanted big change. like moving taxes, giving everyone equal ownership of land, cutting the ties with the United States immediately instead of waiting for gradual independence. The 1934 elections, they won 3 seats in the House of Representatives. But in 1935, they led an uprising that failed. After losing, Benigno Ramos left the country and the party eventually fell apart. Reforms during Commonwealth period. During Commonwealth period, there were many tenants' rebellions and problems between landlords and farmers. To fix this, President Manuel Quezon introduced several programs. Number 1. National Rice Corn Corporation or NARIC helped farmers by giving them lawyers to defend their rights in court. Number 2. Court of Industrial Relations settled arguments and made fair decisions about landlord and tenants' problems. Number 3. National Land Settlement Administration or NLSA continued the homestead program to help farmers get land for farming. Conclusion. The Sakdal Uprising was a sign of how unfair life was for many farmers during this time. While the rebellion did not succeed, it pushed the government to create programs to improve the lives of tenants and solve problems with land ownership. That's all. Thank you.